You know, I've been away from games for long periods of time before, but this might be clearing on a record for me. So many things have happened between last episode and this one that I can imagine most people are gone by now. To those of you who are sticking with me, I am sorry that I took so long. A lot of things out of my control, but I did it. We have got a support. You really actually can't tell considering there's a lot of members who I already finished their supports, but there's a lot here. This is probably going to be my longest support episode I've ever done. Although it won't be the last, or probably won't be the longest recording of supports I've done, because a lot of times I record for like 2-3 hours and I just split the episodes up. Anyways, let's not waste time. Although I'm still healing, if you're unaware, I injured my index finger. That's part of the reason this took so long. To the point where even on my birthday, I wasn't able to record. But the point is, it's still injured now, but I think I can handle supports. So, the real question is who to start with. Wait. Oh. Let's start with Linhardt. Now, I did think about one thing. So as you can see, Linhardt supports with me aren't finished. I don't know if I'll come back to play the other two routes. There's always a possibility. And if I do that, I want to save the supports with our avatar. I want to save them, especially considering all the other supports I do have. And for some like Ash, I really just feel like Ash has been here. No, it doesn't really feel right to get a support. So, if I change my mind though, I have gifts because I believe Yuri, yeah. I'm gonna use gifts to get the rest of his A rank. So, but there's still a lot, like, we got a lot, all right? So, we'll start with Linhardt and, let's start with Linhardt and Constance.
Linhardt, you skipped the War Council meeting again.
I mean, that makes sense, and it has been a while.
If you have any pride at all as a noble, it would behoove you to start acting like one.
I'm noticing the shadows seem a bit off on Constance. Why? I wasn't looking in a particular area, but...
I have pride. Some, at least.
Some, perhaps.
But speaking of noble comportment, we both already betrayed the Empire. Is there any need to be overly focused on details?
Is it true? Like, did Constance really betray the Empire? Oh, she was with the church. Yeah, I guess so.
Your tongue cuts like 1,000 sharpened blades. Nonetheless, I did what was required for survival.
Which, that's an interesting question. Did it make sense for the Ashen Wolf? Oh, Baltus fought us, though. Yeah, the Ashen Wolves' position, I can believe that they would stick together. I gotta do some thinking on that. But do you think the Ashen Wolves' positions made sense during the war?
My dream of regaining my family's status would be forever lost were I to perish. And I cannot permit such a thing to come to pass.
And I just realized this answered a question I had. If these supports would be route-centric. Because Linhardt just talked about betraying the Empire. That can't happen in the Black Eagle route. Or, you know, the Crimson Flower route. Or, what's it called in this game?
All I do is for the sake of House Nouvelle's revival.
That's lovely and all, but...
It is not lovely.
As the tale goes, House Nouvelle had passed down the crest of Macubal for many generations.
Really? That's new to me. Is that their, like, false, their cover-up story?
Cease your endless yammering and listen to me.
So I am forced to wonder why it is that you, a legitimate heir to the family, do not possess said crest.
Because it's bogus.
What's more, in its place you have the crest of Noah, who was one of the 4 apostles.
Why do you know that? I thought that should be under lock and key.
Has your house stymied and deceived Imperial investigations for generations? And if so, how?
Didn't Edelgard know that though? So I don't think they deceived the throne, but I could be mistaken.
If you aren't going to listen to me, I refuse to even entertain answering that question.
Well, I've grown tired of speaking, so we'll have to continue this another time. Good night.
Wait, no, I'll answer you. Just don't treat me like dirt trodden underfoot.
Well, that's interesting. I'm pretty sure you asked for that if, you were just a little bit outside this tent.
Then, by all means. Perhaps in the course of your explanation, something of use to House Nouvelle's restoration will crop up.
I would like that very much. Well then, to be frank, it is said that Saint Noah is an ancestor of House Nouvelle. The saint feared her crest, already rare even in her time, could prove a source of utter calamity.
Because they will want it?
As such, she forged a magic that tricked crest investigation devices and aided her descendants.
That's... Oh, I can believe that's possible. Although, actually, that's... How long ago did she do that? Technology hasn't improved since then?
Fascinating. And is there anything else regarding Saint Noah?
Your disdain is palpable. Now, does any of that sound of use to restoring my house or not?
I didn't know. It sounded like Justine at first, but I didn't think Linhardt would have a reason to be.
I cannot say. I must hear the rest first.
You realize it would be bothersome in the extreme if I told you everything and none of it was helpful, yes?
That makes sense.
If you wish to hear more, I must have a guarantee it will provide something I can use.
What a bother.
She just changed personalities right outside that tent. Alright. Well, let's continue.
Ah, Constance. I have something I'd like to ask you.
What'd I just say?
I can't imagine how a dullard like myself would be anything but a bother to one such as you.
Still striking to me, even now.
However, I'm happy to answer.
What'd I say about the
anything you
bowing?
need.
Ah, perfect timing, Constance. I'd like to conduct a little experiment regarding the crest of Noah.
If my useless body can somehow help, it is yours. Linhardt von Hevering, where are you?
Oh! Oh, wait a minute!
Something wrong, Constance? You seem quite upset.
I'm guessing the thing that I was just talking about in the first support is coming to play. Constance did agree to something that normally she never would have agreed to.
For crying out loud, there you are. I demand to know why you are always coming to my other side and engaging in all manner of questions and experiments.
That has been a genuine concern I have had about someone like Constance. If someone knows how she is, it'd be easy for someone like Linhardt to take advantage.
My secrets are being revealed one after another.
Yeah.
Well, naturally, I prefer to deal with someone who's forthcoming with her answers.
You would think Claude would have done that now that I think about it.
I am always forthcoming.
Because they did have her support.
Actually, I'm finding you a bit troublesome.
Troublesome? What about me is troublesome? Explain yourself at once, you feckless cat of a man.
Sheesh. That's warranted, though. Completely warranted. Oops.
It's, well, you know.
No, I don't know. I'm answering whatever questions you throw at me, and that is the kind of mealy-mouthed, perfunctory response you deem fit to toss in my direction?
I have never heard of those words in my life. 2 of them.
I suppose that's a fair point. But do you really want me to dig into detail on the bothersome parts of your personality?
It'd be nice if you could help her.
Well, when you put it that way, it does sound like a discussion that would make me wroth.
Which is why I think the world is better off with my mealy-mouthed response, as you so aptly put it.
If you say so.
In that case, I shall let sleeping hounds lie.
Good. And with that, farewell.
This can't be the A rank.
Hold cretin! My agreeing to drop that particular matter does not also apply to your digging about in my personal affairs via my other mood. We must discuss terms of exchange.
But does he have to honor? Like, he can do whatever he wants when you're not here.
Terms of exchange?
Or when you're not aware, I guess. Yeah, that's good.
Is it not obvious? My other side is cooperating with your research, so you shall cooperate with mine.
Well, I guess you can. There's another interesting question. Who's a better mage between the two of them? I want to say Constance, but Linhardt's like, if it's a matter of intelligence, Linhardt's more intelligent. But will he apply himself to, like, Constance has been basically applying herself to come up with special magic. It's a question.
There's always demand for new magical experimentation subjects, after all.
And what sort of magic do you mean exactly?
My point exactly.
Magic that makes one's eyes emit a dazzling golden light.
Is this light like, you know, heat vision?
For the briefest of moments, I thought this might actually be interesting.
Wait, no, that is interesting. Even if it's just normal light, you can use that, Linhardt.
Yes, well, all this talking has exhausted me, so perhaps we can take the matter up at a later date?
Oh, I don't mind, but make sure you talk to me as I am now. Understand?
You gotta have some way to make him, because you can say whatever you want now, but he can do whatever he wants afterwards. Well, that certainly was interesting. I always wondered how someone would... Wait, I'm getting all the constant supports. Yeah. She has one with Lawrence and one more with Petra. Is that it? Okay. Let's go back and we'll finish Linhardt and Hilda.
I think this goes here.
Hello, Hilda. I see you're organizing the gear again?
You are?
Not such a rare sight anymore, is it?
I'm shocked.
Sadly for me, no.
Why? Sad you lost a fellow lazy bones?
Did he lose one? What's the catch?
Just so.
Wait, really?
Yes, but actually explaining it in detail will take far too much effort, so let's just leave it at that.
Okay, now I'm extra curious.
Yeah, me too. And if Hilda's gonna be second in command, we need her to step up, especially if Holst is here.
I know all about your dirty secret, you know.
What?
About how you actually take charge and work when there's no one else to step up? So why do you keep playing the I'm so lazy card all the time?
Since when? I'm about to go back. No, I'm not. But I am thinking about all the supports Linhardt's had. I don't remember that.
I thought you of all people would understand this, Hilda. After all, are we not peers who work only when absolutely necessary?
I mean, I guess that makes sense.
Even when you push your own work on someone else, you do so only after carefully assessing their situation.
For the most part. There are some circumstances where I've been like, Hilda, no.
I told you I don't push work on people. I mean, sure, maybe I maneuver myself so they end up asking to help, at which point I leap at the offer, but I never actually ask.
I feel like I should be upset with that statement. Because the technicality is... I mean, there is a point and there isn't.
But I suppose you're right that I always assess the situation first.
Previously, I said you and I would never be able to reach common ground. But now I see that I was mistaken.
You're sure quick to change your mind when it suits you.
Well, absolutely.
I merely find it unfortunate seeing you working as you are now, when before you only ever did what was strictly necessary.
It is necessary, Linhardt.
If you've taken up the mantle of doing unnecessary work, It leaves me looking like the only idler.
I will admit, if you would technically call him a prisoner of war, I wouldn't, since currently we're allied with the Empire, but I wouldn't make him do much. Hold on the other hand, nah, get on the schedule.
And?
As such, I will offer you my assistance. Let's hurry up and finish here so we can rest that much sooner.
That's a good compromise.
Wait, but why?
So that way, you both can rest when the time comes.
Just as I told you. It won't do me any good to be the only one not working around here.
Still not following.
I've grown terribly tired of talking. Must I explain?
I mean, I'm not gonna force you to explain, but I sure wish you would.
Now see, that's a better example of what you were talking about earlier. You're not forcing him, really.
Oh, very well. But only because it benefits all parties involved. If you split your work with me, the work becomes easier. And by doing this easy work, I can then avoid being defamed as a common bed slug.
Exactly.
If the pair of us both work a little more than before, things become easier for everyone. So let's both work hard together. A little.
Well, teamwork is the dream work.
All right. I mean, I guess that's good. Although I feel kind of like I'm being tricked somehow, so I'm not exactly happy about the whole deal.
No, I don't think so.
Yes. Let's just get this done already so I can return to a life of ease. I'm already sleeping.
He's just helping you do your work. As far as you're concerned. Okay. That definitely fits an A rank. And yeah, so we're done with Linhardt for right now. Well, yeah, we're just done with Linhardt. Okay. Next, did I have any for burning? Oh, I'm doing that later. What about Dorothea? Oh, we can go straight to Hilda again. And that's the only one. Okay.
Yeah, something's still not quite right here. Maybe the chest decoration is a little lonely?
I get what you mean.
There's no way this accessory is good enough to sell in its current state.
Something wrong, Hildy?
Hey, Dorothea. Yeah, I'm actually trying to make a necklace, but it's not going well.
You know, it is weird. These two are supposed to be on opposite sides, but their uniform makes them look like they're on the same side. And this is our second in command here, supposedly.
I just can't shake that feeling. It's, I don't know, missing a little something, I guess. Anyway, I was just mulling over what I should do about it.
Oh, so this is one of your handmade accessories. I've wanted to see one for so long.
Really?
Might I offer an opinion?
Oh, absolutely! Give me the brutal truth. I can handle it.
Oh, that's nice.
This is fine workmanship.
I'm genuine.
Much more elaborate than the goods you can buy off a common tinker.
I was being genuine there. Yes, that is very nice. Much nicer than I thought it would be.
Ah, the chain is patterned after a vine. Yes, I see.
I was actually going to complain that I couldn't see it, so I had nothing to compare it to.
Forgive an amateurish opinion, but what if you were to add some leaves under this floral decoration?
Shoot. Wait a minute. Darn it, I can't see it anymore. That's okay, it's in the video, but I like to go back and, examine it.
If there were a pattern that bridged the flower and the vines, that might lend it the special something you feel like you're missing.
Because I thought those were leaves.
You know what? That just might do it. Yeah, I think you're really onto something there, Dorothea. Thanks a million. I'll give it a shot.
I'm glad I could help.
Oh, but now I'm going to come to you whenever I'm in a pickle about how to fix an accessory, you know.
I mean, I think that's good.
I would be delighted.
Yeah.
Say, do you have any interest in actually selling the items you make?
That would actually not be so bad if that's what Hilda ended up doing.
Huh? Wait, you think I could sell them?
As I said earlier, you rarely see goods of this quality. They could, for example, be used by an opera troupe.
Connection. Just think about that. That's connections on both sides. One for the opera troupe to be associated with House Gonriel, and of course for Hilda to be have her accessories worn by a popular opera troupe.
Like the Middle Franc Opera Company?
Well, I mean, you don't gotta pick one, but...
Exactly. Stage costumes use all manner of accessories and ornamentations, you know. And once they're seen in such a setting, nobles from near and far will be clamoring to buy them.
Dorothea, I love you. I'm so happy I could scream.
Honestly, it's... Well, there are many supports you could say surprising that they didn't meet before, but the game had a lot of supports. 3 houses. I can't really fault them on most of these.
Actually, maybe we could keep the spirit of our newfound cooperation going. See, someday, I actually want to open a school for craftspeople who make accessories like mine.
So you are gonna do it.
And since you used to work at the opera company, maybe you could help me with the whole businessy side of things.
That would be nice if they could just retire from the war.
I mean, opera people are pretty good with accessories and stuff, right? So, what do you think?
I mean, they're gonna stop fighting eventually, but you know, once they do, if for them just stop fighting in general and go into craftsmanship.
That's wonderful, Hildy. Oh, what ideas you think of. There are few jobs retired opera members can get, which was always a source of worry for the company.
Yeah, I can imagine. I just saw something about that. Though it was about idols, but you know, same kind of thing. Think many people might know what I'm talking about.
So let's definitely return to this conversation in the near future, all right?
Oh, I am so glad I met you, Dorothea.
Okay. I wonder if Dorothea would be fine with that instead of marrying a noble. Of course. You know what? Let me just say it, because I've been watching my videos. I always watch my videos, but just for some reason recently, I hated not saying stuff. So obviously, Dorothea, she could consider marrying a noble in that situation, but I don't know what they trying to do with Hilda, because there's still that support with Leone. That was something I had never thought about, and now I can't get out of my head when I look at my team. But anyways, I'm pretty sure that's not an option. So, oh, and that was the last of Hilda's supports. Okay. So that's done. I'm doing that later. Yeah, let's go. Let's switch to the Blue Lions now. Oh, Blue Lion. I'll start with Raph, and then I've been waiting for this one. This is one I say it should have been in the original game, because like there was every reason for it to be. So, anyways, let's start Ash and Raph. Which, oh, I forgot to tell you.
Mess hall food is just the best!
The last group I was grinding supports with was Ash, Raph, Constance, and Linhardt, which I didn't realize after I was done was a member of each house. Golden Deer, Blue Lions, Black Eagles, and Ashen Wolves. Just a little side note.
You're really piling up the plates there, Raphael. You must have been extra hungry.
Dang, he looks good! I hate that we don't have many more, or at least one more Blue Lion member.
Yeah, I was just out exercising. Food always tastes best after a long workout.
Like, I don't even think I saw Mercedes in this entire game.
You should tell the chefs how much you enjoyed it. I'm sure they'd be pleased.
Will do. You know, I opened an inn myself, and I've been doing the cooking there. Except, I've never gotten a compliment from a customer. Not even once.
Well, we already helped Raph with this.
So they didn't like it? I wonder why.
I guess it just didn't taste very good. Honestly, I don't know a whole lot about cooking, so I had a pretty rough time in the kitchen.
In that case, why don't we work on it together? You may not have as many chances to cook here, but I bet we can still find opportunities to hone your skills. Believe me, one of the best feelings in the world is having someone tell you they enjoyed a meal you created.
Yeah, we may have done this.
Hold on. You're gonna train me? You're the best, Ash!
We'll get started right away. First, let's see you make something so I can get a feel for your skill level.
Well, how's it taste?
Well, it's not bad necessarily, but a huge pile of meat isn't really a meal. It's just meat.
Yes, I must agree with that.
Wait, you want something more than that? To each his own, I guess.
Okay, we didn't tackle that specifically.
If you're going to focus on one ingredient, you have to work on your seasonings. This just tastes like a slab of bacon wrapped around a salt lick.
Is it that?
Also, try using some vegetables.
Yeah.
Or a garnish, if nothing else.
Okay.
A little splash of color will make your dishes more appealing to the eye.
Oh, hold up. Ash can cook?
Huh. I never thought about how food looked.
Well, more than cook. Like, he's almost at the professional level?
That's something my father always used to say. If flavor is king, appearance is the royal court.
Huh. I kind of like that.
He's actually the one who taught me that adding some color with vegetables will make things taste better too.
Okay, maybe I jumped the gun a bit.
Well, I guess I could jam a cucumber in there or something. If
Jam?
you think it'd help.
A cucumber!
You can't just jam things in without thinking about it, Raphael. You have to prepare them first, then arrange them in a way that's pleasing to the eye.
And that could have been taken a very wrong way, just saying.
Every ingredient requires careful preparation in order to bring out its true flavor.
Okay. I think I get it.
For example, try seasoning the meat with some herbs, then boil your vegetables to remove the bitterness. After that, fan them out on the platter and...
Well, no, he actually does have a lot of skill.
Wait, hang on. I boil the bitterness out of the herbs, then blare the season? But which season? Fall? Spring? This is way harder than just throwing a hunk of beef on a plate.
Yeah?
Deep breaths, Raphael. You can do this. And since this whole training thing was my idea, I promise to stick it out to the very end.
Thanks, Ash. With your help, I'm gonna make grub that'll have folks licking their plates.
Okay. I do kind of wish they had a little something else than, you know, basically Raph's rank with us, but... Alright, we'll go to the B.
What's up, Raphael?
There you are, Ash. Here, sit down.
Okay.
Now.
Whoa, what the heck? Wait, hang on. It's been so long I forgot what the camera button was.
Hey, this is the dish I was teaching you before. Raphael, did you make this yourself?
I'm assuming that's some type of meat, because Raph likes meat, but it's like a salad. I like that.
I sure did. So grab a shovel and dig in, because it's all yours.
I've got to say, it looks a lot more appetizing than before. Plus, it smells fantastic. All right, let's see what we've got. That was delicious. You used just the right amount of salt, which really brought out the flavor of the herbs.
But what was the meat?
Hey, you were right. It really does feel great to hear someone say that. I practiced seasoning and putting things on the plate and all that stuff, just like you said.
That's crazy to think of Raph doing that, though. Worried about plating?
Oh, and I had some of the soldiers do a bit of taste testing for me. It sure was rough at first, but I think I've definitely improved.
You certainly have. I had no idea you were working so hard on this.
That's because I was sneaky.
Really?
I only wanted you to try it once I knew it was perfect. You worked so hard to teach me. I just had to pay you back somehow.
Raphael, You know my father used to run a restaurant, right? Well, this is the dish he was famous for.
I was wondering about that. So that's your actual father, not Lenato.
You're not talking about Lord Lenato, are you?
Yeah.
No, my birth father. He took ill and died a long time ago. I told you what he said about flavor and appearance because he always used to say it to me.
I didn't know he remembered stuff like that.
And this tastes just like what he used to make.
Oh, then Raph must have nailed it then.
I've tried for years to get the same flavor, but I couldn't do it. Honestly, I never thought I'd taste it again.
Let Ash go back home, man.
Come on. Eating through tears is no way to enjoy a meal. Good food should make you smile, not cry.
Sorry, Raphael. Guess I got lost in the past there for a second.
No, that's understandable. Literally have no one here, man.
But you're right. Good food should make people smile. And everything tastes even better when you're sharing it with a room full of smiling people.
Wait. In that case, that's it! I'm making a new rule when I get back to the inn.
What?
You gotta smile when you eat good food.
I mean, I guess that wouldn't be, you know, it could be like a playful thing.
That'll be good for the cook and the customers alike.
I knew you'd agree. Eating's supposed to be a celebration.
That is true in some circumstances.
So whenever you get a hankering for my cooking again, just say the word, Ash.
Thanks, Raphael. And I'll be sure to eat it with a smile.
Okay, that was cool. Despite me, you know, wishing it wasn't similar to a duplicate. Now then, what these boys got to talk about. Yuri and Ash.
Here you go, Cully. As promised.
Cully? What the heck?
This feels a little light. You run into trouble moving the merchandise?
Hey, yo, what the?
Sure did. With all the fighting lately, even the noble folk are getting real selective about who they do business with.
Really?
Well, nothing to be done for that. Our competitors certainly won't back down, so we can't afford to either.
We're your competitors.
I'll think of something. Might involve crossing a dangerous bridge or three, but we'll work it out.
I'm pretty sure he went... Huh? Yuri?
Oh no, were you following that guy?
Well, if it isn't Ash. You seem out of breath. Am I really so charming?
Did you see someone suspicious come this way? I was chasing them down, but I lost them.
Ah, you must be referring to my lackey.
Your lackey? Wait, what is that you're holding?
You mean bread? Dough?
Oh, just various proceeds from this and that.
Dirty money, is it?
Now this is interesting. Not the take I thought we were gonna tackle, but...
Coin is coin. Whatever grime it may bear always washes clean in the end.
Oh, that's a saying.
You know, I've been biting my tongue on this for a while, but I don't think it's right to earn money the way you do.
Okay, we have a standoff.
You're so much smarter than me. You could do anything if you put your mind to it.
So that's an interesting way of putting it.
There's no need to resort to cheating and hurting people to turn a profit.
Are you seriously trying to lecture the Lord of the Underworld? Oh, that's adorable.
You know, I genuinely would like to see if the Ashen Wolves did tackle more of that, and you had Constance happy and Baltus backing him up, and, you know, well, I'm not sure if they would go for what he's doing. They have a different relationship than his crew.
No one makes it through this life with clean hands. You should know that better than anyone.
Some people do. Many people do. But often those people are called fools. The whole thing, you know, you either die a hero or live long enough to see yourself become a villain. I think that would apply here.
Sometimes you have to resort to just the most terrible things imaginable in order to feed your family. Am I right?
How do you know about my past?
What the?
I've never told anyone.
Oh, right. I forgot. Ash did used to be, you know, somewhat of a thief.
No, I don't know. Perhaps I heard it from Count Rowe. Or maybe even Lord Lenato. The sins we commit follow us until our dying day, my friend.
Because that's how I knew how to tell Petra to bargain or barter and stuff like that.
I know that. But even so,
Well, I'm a bit busy, so you work that out while I walk away. Bye then.
Yuri. No, I won't turn my back on you.
Huh. Okay, let's get to that A rank immediately. What the heck?
We lost him. Split up and search, boys. Don't let him get away.
They really are a persistent pack of scoundrels.
Someone shot me!
Well, we know who that is.
Yuri, over here! Oh, I think we're good. They won't chase us this far. Looks like I was just in time. Are you hurt?
So long as my face is fine, the rest of me doesn't matter. That's the real moneymaker, you know. And I appreciate the save, by the way.
You never change. Anyway, care to tell me why those thugs were after you?
Man, they got a deep song going for these two? I mean, it makes sense, but I'm just saying. I like it.
Oh, just a little disagreement among businessmen. Happens all the time.
This is exactly why I said you had to find a different way to make money.
If you're going to lecture me, I'd prefer the arrow you gave my friend back there. Also, if you disagree with my methods, why save me in the first place?
Well, he still cares about you.
You could have left me to reap the consequences of my actions and had one less villain in the world.
I'm not lecturing you because I think you're a villain. I've no right to call you evil anyway. I just don't want to see you endanger yourself.
Sometimes the only way to get anything done is by putting yourself in harm's way.
I mean, yeah, look, you're in an army after all.
You should know. Or I suppose you've forgotten what it's like to wallow in the mud with the rest of us.
Trust me, I know. I can't forget the past no matter how hard I try. But I still think what you're doing is wrong. Not only are you hurting other people, you're disregarding your own well-being.
I chose this life of my own accord, and I take pride in what I do. If I get hurt in the process, that's just part of the deal.
I'm sorry, I'm so into this. I'm just letting it play out.
And if I'm caught and the townspeople hurl stones and fruit as I march to my execution, I'll still die with a smile on my face because...
Okay, enough! This is the reason why I can't keep letting you do this!
Oh man, this is getting intense!
You want to protect the people important to you, right? Well, I want to make sure you don't end up dead and covered in rotting fruit!
Exactly.
So if you still insist on being a reckless fool, I'm going to protect you anyway!
Even though it means siding with a filthy villain?
I'm not about to help you commit crimes. And if it looks like you're going to hurt someone, I'll do everything in my power to stop you.
Sheesh, Ash!
I just want to save my friend, okay?
I truly don't get you sometimes. Also, can't believe I'm going to fall for a cornball line like that.
This should have been in the original game.
Did you say something, Yuri?
Nothing. Forget it.
Well, shoot. That was worth the wait. I mean, I didn't learn anything necessarily, but to see their two ideals clash, now that was something. I like that. All right, let's continue because we still got a lot more to get. Oh, actually, I don't know if we do. Oh, right. I still got to get mine with, All right, let's go do that now. Where is he? All right, Yuri.
Let's get to work.
Give a gift. I don't know what he wants. Oh, wait, it tells you. Board games. Do I have board game? I do not. I can go buy. Well, actually, do I have? Yeah, tasty baked treat.
You really know what I like.
All right, did that do it? Nope. I need a lot more than that. Okay. Oh, wait, it just showed up.
Let's get to work.
There we go. All right.
Oh, Yuri, you're back. I thought you'd still be away.
Oh, yeah, that letter.
Well, look who it is. I figured if I didn't come back before sunset, someone might get worried and ransack my room again.
Yeah, we got no excuse for that. I want info.
And who might this someone be,
Wait,
huh?
that was...
You're never gonna let that go, are you?
Well, that's still the answer I would have chosen.
Just joking, friend. No need to take everything so seriously. Anyway, it's late. Shouldn't you be getting some shut-eye?
True.
Probably, but I just got my second wind. How is your mom, by the way?
Well, it's not looking good, that's for sure. But she's still got some fight in her yet.
Yeah, I can relate. I can relate.
I'd planned on staying longer, but you told me to do what I had to do and sent me on my way.
Had an experience like that recently.
1 minute she wants to see me, the next she's telling me to go home. Honestly, she's all over the place.
Reminds me of my mom, the one who raised me anyway.
Which I still would like to know more about, you great.
She passed away, didn't she? Judging by your expression, she must have been pretty special.
She was. More than I can say. She took me in when I'd been abandoned. Taught me how to live. We weren't blood related, but she was my mom. No doubt about it.
I'm sure wherever she is now, she's very happy to hear you say that.
Like, we're not gonna find out about that, are we?
Oh, that reminds me. I wanted to ask you something. It's been on my mind for a while now. About your real name? Your mom gave it to you, right? Where does it come from? I've never heard anything like it before.
Look up. No, a little more to the left. See that bright star over there?
Oh, they could have delayed that a little bit.
Bright star to the left? Which one? There are thousands of stars up there, and they're all bright.
Well, I guess it doesn't matter if you find it or not. Anyway, it's that star's ancient name.
I forgot, what was it again?
The white star that the goddess herself made into a disciple.
Really?
My mother is a devout follower of Seros. But I know it's a pretty ostentatious name for a penniless kid.
I don't think so. It just shows how much you mean to her.
True.
Yeah. Well, I do like it. She gave it to me after all. I'm not sure how much of the scriptures she really understands.
Well, that's a question.
But knowing her, I'm certain she put a lot of consideration into my name.
Then, doesn't it seem like kind of a waste not to use it? What with how much thought she put into it?
I've used many names, and each one comes with its own mask.
And that one's just for her?
But when I hear my real name, all those facades fall away.
That makes sense.
The only people who can call me that are those who are truly special to me. Immediate family, or someone just as important.
I like that distance, if he was gonna do, you know, what he does.
Which means that if you're so intent on using my name, you'd better be willing to spend the rest of your life by my side.
That's a fair point. Wait, hang on. I'm not trying to bust out laughing, but... Dadgummit, I got no choice.
What are you even talking about, Yuri? That's all a bit much, don't you think?
Obviously. To be honest, I would have been at a loss if you had said you were all for it.
That's meant for somebody special, man. And I think that's a nice line to say to them.
Regardless, it does make me happy to hear that you like my name. And if you ever decide you're up for it, let me know, okay? I'll think it over too, just in case.
Roger that. Oh, dadgum. It's like we're still in the same poses. Well, that's quite a way to get someone to confess, I must say. I like that. Wait, have I didn't. Yeah, I never spoke to Anna.
Interesting.
What's up? Yeah?
Welcome.
Okay, well, that's interesting. Oh, we can buy black pearls now. That's cool.
Is that the one?
Yep, I'm done though.
Thanks a bunch.
Alright. Now then, let's continue. Was that the last series? Oh no. Baltus.
Oh, I've really done it this time.
Well, if it isn't Balthus. What's wrong? That was a legendary sigh.
Yuri, pal, hear me out for a sec, will ya? There were these mercs, and I may have made a bet with them.
Okay.
Yeah, you lost, I get it. But we've got bigger issues to discuss.
Must be a pretty big deal if it's more important than me losing my dinner to those mercs.
You didn't lose that dinner. You'll get it off somebody else.
It's come to my attention that one of my business associates is looking for a certain giant broke fool.
That makes sense.
What? That's it? I'll just break him in half, and then we can move on with our lives. Not a problem.
I figured you'd say that, which is exactly why I came to tell you not to.
Nani?
See, this particular associate hires out quite a few of my people. I can't have a bruiser like you turning them into corpses.
Oh, just defeat them?
Can't I just rough him up enough to get him off my back? A few broken bones never killed anyone.
Come now. You know there's no way I'd let you get away with that.
Really? Well, I mean, they are your people, I guess, but...
I'd use every last one of my contacts to make sure you never win another bet for the rest of your life.
Jeez!
Whoa, cut a guy a break, would ya? I wouldn't put it past you to actually follow through.
I take it we've reached an understanding, then. I suggest you lay low until things blow over. Clear?
Okay, well, if that was your plan. Because, honestly, I gotta remember, Baltus brought this on himself.
Even after all this time, your ability to enrage people still manages to astound me.
He does have that ability, doesn't he?
Hey, it's not as bad as it used to be. The price on my head's never been lower.
Yeah, because you've got a steady income right now.
On the flip side, the price for my skills has only gone up. I've been making money hand over fist as a mercenary. But the stakes keep getting higher and higher, so my pockets remain as empty as ever.
Did I tell you all that Kuru 5, he took out Baltus? Yeah, he ran up on him and he didn't know who he was, so he took him out. In another lifetime, Baltus would not be here.
I can't help but sigh in disappointment listening to you talk. You're seriously lucky I'm not happy, or you'd be neck deep in monsters.
Well, that's a saying. You're lucky I'm not happy. You know, wordplay. Anyways.
All right, I hear you. But enough about me. What have you been getting up to since you left Abyss?
So they split up.
Oh, I just went back to my old gang. They were my home before the Officers Academy, after all.
Well, that answers another question. Only Constance and Happy. So Baltus was a mercenary. Yuri went back to his group. Those two, they make sense. And obviously, Happy and Constance, they'd stay together no matter what. I'd say... It honestly does, I think. Happy's the questionable one, but Happy didn't... It's only questionable if you think Rhea is a horrible person. If you think that Rhea can make amends like she did in their route, then Happy might be frustrated but still work with them. And as far as Constance goes... I will say this. I can also see the two of them ending up in the Empire. Not because Happy likes... Well, actually, that's a question. Would Happy hate the Empire? I don't think she'd hate the Empire. I just think she hates the war in general. Point is, Constance would want to restore her house. Staying with the church is literally the worst way to do that. She would have better luck if, well, she came to the Alliance, or the Empire. Of course, after the war had already came out. But if... Yeah, basically I think that would be the most likely. Because if Constance goes to the Empire, Happy would probably either go with her or go by herself. Either back home or someplace else. So.
But I still had to take on some mercenary work to keep my people fed and things running smoothly. It's been a rough couple of years. And thanks to that, my once stunning physique has been spoiled by all this muscle.
Really? I honestly can't tell, because shoot, but...
Really? You still look pretty scrawny to me. Your skill with the blades improved, though, that's for sure.
Well, when you're forced to fight, you either improve or you die. Still, I've got nothing on you. You practically live for a good brawl, after all.
Well, to be fair, your relic's more for evasion. Balthus is meant for damage.
These fists have never let me down. No matter the enemy, I'm always the one who walks away.
Of course. Tell Hulse that.
Say, Yuri, I just had a brilliant idea.
I have a feeling I'm going to regret asking. But sure, let's hear it.
If this associate of yours doesn't catch me, you and your underlings are gonna have to take responsibility, right?
Most likely. I knew what I was getting into when I told you to back down. I've made my peace.
All right.
Yeah? Well, I'm not about to leave my buddy Yuri holding the bag while I sit on my hands.
Let them capture you and then you bust out of there?
Balthus?
So, to make things fair, let's have ourselves a little wager to decide which of us is gonna take the fall.
Of course. That's what I was gonna guess before, but I decided to think he might do something noble.
That way, if you lose fair and square, it'll give you an out, yeah? You'll have no other choice but to take your goons back from that client, and they won't get pummeled by yours truly. Problem solved.
Hypothetically, if I were to take this bet, what happens if you lose?
Yeah?
I'll do what I always do. Take my shirt off, jump out in front of them, and run away as they look on in awe.
That's what you do?
This is what I get for trying to help. You love taking off your clothes
What?
almost as much as you do gambling. No wonder your pockets are always empty.
No comment, Balthus. No dadgum comment. Why is that a hobby? Alright. Speaking of... Lawrence. Oh yeah. Let's see what Count Gloucester had to say.
Lawrence.
What is it you need now, Balthus?
I want to talk about the debt I owe your father. We never settled that, and I'm thinking I should probably pay it back.
And how so?
Ah, that. Well, as head of House Gloucester, I have determined you no longer need to repay it.
But is it that type of debt? Like, it's more like a personal one.
Judging by the specifics of the requests, I highly doubt my father ever expected recompense.
I can believe that. Now.
Oh, would you look at that? The current Count Gloucester sure is a generous sort.
You have saved me countless times on the battlefield since joining our army.
Suppose that's fair.
Asking a comrade in arms for mere coin when I owe them a life debt would only sully the good name of House Gloucester.
You know, sometimes I wonder, well, that it shouldn't even be a wonder. It's a good way of looking at it, but... Well, my thought process goes back to... You remember, I've been thinking more about how Claude, when he made his decision to become king, normally I believe like Lawrence never would have allowed that, but his reasoning was because of Lawrence's perceived position of Count Gloucester after participating in the plan the way they did against the Empire. So because of that, he thought he had no say to really weigh in on that decision. But I thought he did. And that's where my mind was with this. Not to say that I don't think this is a good thing he's doing. And absolutely, I approve. I'm not trying to talk down. I was just thinking sometimes Lawrence might take that a bit too literally. Like, some politicians gotta do what they gotta do, you know, for the best of their... If Lawrence thought that there was an issue in forming giving Claude the power to his people, then the honor of Count Gloucester or House Gloucester would be secondary, I guess. Anyways.
Well, I still appreciate it. So, does that mean I can just drop the whole investigate Claude thing? I mean, I've already dug up an entire mound of dirt on the guy, but I'm happy to let it all go.
What the heck did you... Oh, wait, yeah, you did know. You did find out who he is. Which is another thing I was thinking about. I might talk about that after this. Let me think about it.
That is dangerous information to have on our king. Destroy all record and speak of it to no one.
All right, then.
You sure? There's some real juicy stuff in there. Your head would probably pop clean off if I told you.
Lawrence never found out, did he?
I admit that my curiosity is piqued. Oh, what to do? In that case, Balthus, hold this information of yours tight and make sure it lands in no other hands. When the time comes that we need it, I will take it into my possession.
When you need it? What's that mean?
It is quite possible that I will become the next king after Claude. You take good care of it in the meanwhile. All for the sake of Lawrence Hellman Gloucester!
Yeah, I also wonder if that had a part to do in his decision.
How the heck did I end up having to help you?
My apologies. Will you not be assisting me? Though you may be only a former noble, I have the utmost trust you will not betray me after my having cleared your debts.
You mean his debts with your father, not all of his debts?
Not too happy about this, but I am glad to have one less debt on my plate. Still, looks like I've landed with a real scoundrel. If only he were a lady instead.
Yeah, I'd actually be worried if he was, because then he could get you to do anything, or she. So, what was I gonna mention? Do I bring it up now? Because again, I'm still talking about, I will make that video, even if no one is interested by the time I do. I'm gonna make it. No, after thinking about it, it is a topic for the video. Maybe you can guess what I was gonna say there, but yeah, it's a topic for the video. Because again, what I'm going to talk about, if I didn't make it clear, that video is not going to mean should this route have taken the approach of making Rhea Claude's enemy. No. What that video is going to be about is when they did that, they fumbled the bag hard when they had all the tools they needed to make it really work. So I think I can say that, right? If not, I probably would have just cut it out. Anyways, all right. So who next? That's the end of Balthus's. Okay. Well, yeah, we had... Actually, let me look. So aside from grade 1, 2, 3, 4, and Shamir and Happy aren't really Golden Deer members. Huh. Interesting. I think go to Happy. 1, 2. Okay, well, Happy has the same amount of Balthus, but that's almost weird because you would think Balthus is the Golden Deer representative. Same with Yuri, I think. Do they all just have one? No, wait, Cousins had 2. What the heck? Wait, yeah, now I'm looking at it. Linhardt and Petra. Maybe it balances out because Constance doesn't have any with any Blue Lion member. Well, no, but she had, like, Mercedes, like... Well, anyways. Let's not keep score. Let's just move on. Who do we go to next? Oh, we just did Lawrence, so Lawrence and Ignatz, and then, oh, back to Constance. Sure.
There you are, Ignatz.
Oh, Lawrence. I find the beauty of this place to be so relaxing, don't you?
Yes, I must wholeheartedly agree. It is marvelous.
Yes, while I see laundry flowing in the background.
As are you. Not only are you a knight of House Gloucester, you have even taken on the role of a general within this army. To be honest, when first we met, I could not see you as anything more than a mere merchant's child, who happened to be gifted with a better eye than most.
That's fair.
That's probably all I really looked like back then.
But now, you've grown so capable that I regularly mistake you for someone else entirely.
That's nice of you to say. But I still have a long way to go before I'm where I want to be.
Yeah, I'm seeing your end game. It looks good, Ignatz. It looks good.
Do you remember your time working as a knight in my territory? And back before the war began? Compared to then, you are practically brimming with life now, especially as we march from locale to locale.
You really think I'm that different?
I always thought you not fond of battle, hence why I find this reversal so very puzzling.
Good point, actually.
Well, it's because... I confess, I've been painting. Whenever I've had the free time during our marches, that is.
Well, that makes a lot of sense. We've been seeing a lot of new places.
Is that so?
Yes. There are so many places in Fodlan just like this one, with the most incredible views. I simply can't help but put them down on paper because, well, I want them to stay with me forever. Maybe that's why I've been looking so alive lately. You certainly see straight through me, in any case.
I am sorry, Ignatz.
About what?
Huh? About what?
I granted you a position as my knight because I thought it to your benefit. But I see now that your heart lays somewhere else entirely.
Well, but it is what he kinda wanted to do in a weird sort of way.
Hearing you talk about art with such passion, such fervor, it fills me with regret.
But yeah, many of you guys I wish were in different areas. Lawrence, I think he's probably where he wants to be, but...
Oh, you don't need to apologize. If anything, I should be thanking you, Lawrence.
You should? What have I done to earn your gratitude?
When the Officers' Academy shut down, I was lost, deprived of my purpose in life. But then you came and offered me the job as a knight.
Exactly. That's what I was kind of trying to say.
Everything I experienced in that role has given my life new color. One I don't think I could do without.
I see.
So no matter how I live, no matter what I paint, there will always be that one hue that reflects my duty as a knight of House Gloucester.
Huh.
That will never disappear. And I couldn't be prouder that it's there.
Well, that's a nice way to put it, Ignatz.
I too am proud, Ignatz. Proud to call you a knight of my house. And a friend.
See, Lawrence, we need more moments like this, man. That was good. We're surely not gonna get it in that. But let's go. Am I gonna hear the song? The Kukli song? Probably not.
I dare say I pulled off quite the impressive strategy in our previous battle.
Yeah, we good.
One should expect nothing less of me, Lawrence Hellman Gloucester.
Gummit! Doesn't mean I wasn't gonna get this, though.
It's a delightful surprise to see you here, sir. What wonderful peals of laughter you have.
Well, heck, this is interesting. Lawrence meeting her when she's not her?
There is truly none other quite so suited for such splendid displays as yourself.
Oh, heck, see, this is what I'm talking about. We can't have a combination like this.
Constance? Is something the matter?
Okay, but he did realize.
No, not at all. I just feel awful that someone as wonderful as you must turn their attention on a wretch such as I.
Like, Lawrence does have deep down, he is a good person. So he won't exploit this. He will probably try to cheer her up.
All right, what is the matter here? This is all quite unlike you. You almost always announce yourself to me with an exultant smile and some cutting jibe. This...
Cutting jibe?
Oh, now that I think of it, I believe the same thing happened to her before. I thought she might be ill, but perhaps it is not so simple as all that?
Well, I think in a manner of speaking it is. Well, the illness.
I fear my words and actions, totally unsuited as they were to one of my status, have incurred your ire. Please inform me of what my punishment is to be, and I shall humbly accept whatever is to come.
No, genuinely, all jokes aside, I do worry. Like, all it takes is the wrong person to figure out what Constance is all about, and she can be taken advantage of.
What is this nonsense you speak of, Constance? You yourself said you were a noble woman at heart, did you not?
I must ask you to refrain from taunting me so. I am but a simple commoner now.
That hurts. I'm not gonna lie, everything that has been said, well, from Constance in this mode, you normally hear Constance sound just like Lawrence, you know? Proud, boastful. But that's not just a line, that's the truth. Constance is a commoner right now. That, I don't know why, but that just made all the accumulation of the experiences I had with Constance just congeal? Is that what I want to use? Maybe not. That's sad. It's a sad story, and it's why this personality, I think, needs to exist, because she's actually been through a very painful and traumatizing experience.
A mere foolish being whose only calling is to obediently follow any order you give me.
This is why I shouldn't have said the real Constance before. I'm normally better about that. I feel like they're both her, and to some degree, she does kind of feel the feelings that she's feeling right now. She's lost her status.
Enough! Return yourself to normal at once. You sought to re-establish House Nouvelle. What has become of your ambition? Your pluck?
I'm actually glad Lawrence is having this conversation, and he's the perfect person to have this conversation with, to see what Constance would respond to in this form.
That is kind of you to say. It pains me so to deny your gracious words. But it is unthinkable that someone so lowly as I could make real the nonsensical dream of re-establishing House Nouvelle.
Well, I guess you would say that.
Constance, this saddens me greatly.
Yeah.
To think you would change so fundamentally once you fell into despair after your dream was shattered. I must do something to help you.
I cannot imagine causing you such a grave inconvenience, sir.
This hurts. This really hurts.
I will hear none of it. I do as I please.
Oh, how kind you are. But your help will not bring me happiness. Though audacious and selfish as this request may be, I ask you simply to watch over me.
All right then, Constance.
It seems I must reevaluate my perception of you yet again. I once said there were things I must settle with you, but now is not the time for competition.
Yeah, this the Lawrence I grown to know and love.
Correct. For no matter what sort of contest I find myself pitted in, you will always emerge victorious.
Well then, though you have rejected me once, pray allow me to say this. Nothing is impossible for Lawrence Hellman Gloucester.
Now see, now that was the time to say your full name.
So when you decide to continue pursuing your dream and need my assistance, do let me know.
Dadgummit, you didn't have to laugh. No, we were on a roll. But no, that was... I never thought that was a support I really wanted to have, but wow. Sheesh. You know, something else I think to mention, perfect timing. I know this is gonna be a long video, but I'm not gonna act like this is a different episode. All right, I'll be quick. some of you may have remembered me playing Xenoblade Chronicles 2, and I experienced Pyra and Mithra there. Truly, this is how I wish my relationship was the same thing I have with Happy and Constance, but Constance kind of embodies that split personality part. I can't say necessarily it's done better, because I think the main difference is Constance's actions just affect Constance, you know? We're the commander of all the units, so those actions don't really hurt, but there are many similarities, I guess, between Constance and the Aegis. So, but in the case of Constance, you know, none of that is her fault either. She was just a victim. Yeah, maybe I shouldn't have tried to compare them. I'm just saying I'm reminded of them, the Aegis, when I see Constance. And Happy, though, mainly it's just because of the hair color there, but and also how these are two of my top two right here. Dream Team. I do wish that, because yeah, I will say this. You know, remember, Pyra should have, on paper, nothing. She should have been an undeniable favorite of mine. It hurts me to this day. I wish anyways. On that note, is that the end for Constance? No, there's one more. Oh, okay. Yeah. Why don't we go to... Should we do that? Because I'm pretty sure Linhardt's done, right? In fact, I'm just get that out of the way. Alright, that should make things a bit more clear. So, we don't have too many more supports left. Just Raph and Ignatz, looks like. And then we have some more with Grape. And, yeah. I think we'll do Raph and Ignatz, and then continue and finish it out. So.
Delicious as always. All right, now that the old stomach's full, it's time to put my muscles to work.
Raphael, do you have a minute?
That's the only support these two have, the BFFs.
Oh, hey, Ignatz. I've got hours for you. What do you need?
Well, how would you feel about joining me? As a knight, I mean.
Oh, not bad timing for this.
Me? Be a knight with you?
Yes. That's why you joined the academy, right? But all the roadblocks in your way have made you almost a mercenary at this point.
Really?
As you know, I've been working as a knight under House Gloucester for a while now. And it seems I'm going to be rewarded rather well when this war is over, for all my achievements in helping the effort. I might even be able to use that newfound sway to recommend you for a position of your own, Raphael.
Ignatz, if you gotta do that, I'm gonna speak to Claude.
Well, what do you think? It seems like a good plan to me.
Though would love for Raph to do his restaurant idea, or inn.
Is that really what you want, Ignatz?
Huh? What do you mean?
Come on, he's your bro, man. He knows you.
Don't pretend like you don't know.
Yeah, see, this is serious, Raph.
We're friends, remember? I can tell in a flash when you're not being honest with me.
See, there we go, right there.
Well, I couldn't possibly spend all that reward money on my own, so...
That's not what I'm talking about. You're not happy staying as a knight, and you know it.
See, I wish we got more of this, Raph. Like, this is the best version. This is a really cool dude, all right? That's what I'm just gonna say that.
Huh. You really do see straight through me, Raphael. Honestly, I've wanted to make amends with you this whole time.
Amends?
Your parents died in my parents' stead, after all.
You guys have already talked about that.
I thought the least I could do was help you become a knight, like you always wanted.
Thanks, Ignatz. It makes me real happy to hear you say that. But you don't need to make anything up to me. And you definitely shouldn't be basing your life decisions on it.
Very true.
You got where you are with your own strength, right? You should be using that for what you want, not what you think anyone else does.
Dadgummit, I was just told something similar myself. I got you, Raph. I got you.
Raphael.
And you know, I'm totally okay not being a knight. Once this war is finally over, and we're at peace again,
there we go.
I'm gonna take over the inn. So don't worry about me, okay? Follow your own dreams, Ignatz.
I'm really no match for you, Raphael. But I'm proud to call you a friend. From the bottom of my heart.
Yeah, Raph's a real good friend, man. And that was a nice kind of conclusion to what they had in the Golden Deer route. Okay. How am I going to wrap up the rest of these? It's pretty sure Bernie and Happy, Constance and Petra, Gerald and Great, but then there's also... Okay, I know. Let's see what Gerald has to say to us.
Well, this is great.
Having some trouble there, Gerald?
I wanted to replace the clasp on my gauntlet, but I can't quite get the blasted thing to stay.
Really?
Here, let me try.
I mean, I'm just saying this is an interesting conversation for Grape to have when, you know, what happened.
Oh, look at that. You got a real knack for these things. Thanks, kid.
I'm surprised you've survived this long with those ham hands.
Daggum!
Being a good mercenary isn't all about dexterity, you know? Besides, when you've lived as long as I have, your body just doesn't work as well as it used to. Trust me.
Yeah, that makes sense, especially with all the battles you've been in.
You don't look that old to me.
You can't judge a book by its cover. I might not look it, but I'm practically an ancient tome.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. You're much old. You're like in the hundreds, right?
Not to mention I've lived pretty hard. Might just be a gut feeling, but I've started feeling like the goddess might call me to her side before long.
Really?
Come on, it's not like you're at death's door. Besides, you really think the goddess would be calling you of all people?
Daggum, you trying to say he's been up in the other place?
You don't hold anything back, do you? If the goddess won't have me, then I'll just have to make do in hell.
Do you think you'd have any regrets if you died right now?
Well, this is a conversation.
Not one. Except maybe living too long.
You know, that actually makes me feel better about what happened to him in Three Houses. I think his only regret would be, you know, making Violet/Blake sad. But he's done a lot with his life.
What about leaving your kid behind?
There we go.
Can't say I wouldn't be worried, especially because that kid isn't exactly normal.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
I will say this one.
I gotta say, your kid's always real calm and aloof. Not one for emotion, huh?
Because power wouldn't be something I would want to bring up in this instance.
You're telling me. Born without so much as a peep, that one. Just a personal quirk, I guess. Makes it tough to find friends, though.
You think, but he can get any one of the leaders, or she. That's the real problem. If it's a she, it's open season.
In that sense, I'm glad we're here. There's tons of young folks around.
That didn't sound... I didn't mean it like... You all know what I mean. Actually, I kind of stole... You know what I mean?
And maybe the kid will take a shine to you, since you're both mercenaries.
Who knows? I've been hoping we could talk more, at least.
Yeah. Specifically, the person inside of him.
Is that so? I'm glad to hear you say that. Takes a load off my mind.
Now you really sound like a dad.
I was never much of a parent, but I do worry all the same. You know, I think we were meant to end up on the same side. Would you do me a favor and look after my kid?
You know, I don't owe you any favors, but...
When you put it that way, it really does sound like you're about to die.
Yeah, well, what's about to happen in the next map? Hold up.
Hey, it's possible. Tomorrow's never guaranteed in this line of work.
Actually, that's a question. If Rhea saw Gerald on the other side...
I meant what I said. Can I count on you?
I mean, technically, he was always on the other side.
Yeah, Sure. I'm not gonna refuse a dying man's wish, after all.
You know, I can't even say nothing. Grape would probably be happy about that. And that is who we are. I can't blame him for, you know, what happened to his peeps. Now then, this is tricky. Because you see that little 3 at the top? I could have helped up my supports a tiny bit by using those. I did not because, well, this is my last chance to see if Petra had any. Yeah, all right. So we're gonna save. Oh, probably. Why do I need any of those other saves? Like, realistically, no. The only thing I might need is to go back and do that fight where we were fighting Blake. And I'm assuming at this point we probably execute him. I don't want to do that, but it might be something that I need to learn in that. So we'll see. No, I'm still thinking about it. But why I said that is I don't need any saves. I can just go back in this route right now. I can go and redo the map and just succeed or fail, I guess. But what I'm concerned about now is Petra. This is the last time I can see Petra's lines before the A rank. And I'm pretty sure that's what I'm about to do right now, so excuse me for a sec.
Your hair changes color, just like one of the legends of Bridget.
What?
This is a thing of much strangeness.
This is new.
I must be telling you.
Well, thank goodness. All right, remember that, just in case, 'cause that was just the first question.
We have no horses in Bridget, so riding is still a thing of much newness to me.
Did I have this question? Okay.
Thank you.
What? Oh, come on. It was the 8th.
Sometimes, a hunt will last for days. I have to be sleeping in trees or between rocks.
Say you want to hunt too.
Wonderful. I read books before coming to Fodlan. I wanted to be preparing, but it was still a thing of difficulty.
What the heck? Say you should ask you for help?
Wonderful.
Oh, okay. Cool. I don't think I've gotten that one right.
Your hair changes color. Just the...
Oh. Ask about the legend.
I must be telling you.
Okay. One more. Come on.
We have no horses in Bridget, so riding is still a thing of much newness to me.
Well, good. It's this one.
Huh?
Why the heck does that... Gummit. I should have remembered. You are not duck. Okay. The heck? Uno updated? Okay. Observe.
The mark on my face? It is a prayer to the spirits.
I remember that. Gonna...
You look well. How are your feelings?
How am I feeling? Oh, how am I feeling? Wait, I was right. That changes thing. Well, we gotta do that eventually. Wow.
Braiding my hair like this is challenging, but I find it an enjoyable time.
That makes sense, actually. You do it yourself? Huh.
The fabric has much lightness, so I can avoid enemy attacks.
Right.
I am not needing thick armor.
I am suddenly very worried on what you're gonna say when... That gummit, why is my stuff updating? And yes, I did get that game. I was contemplating on doing it on the channel, but... Is that it? Okay, just, you know, making sure. You know, gotta make sure. Alright, cool. Oh, that's nice.
This brought great enjoyment. We should do it again.
Alright. Shame we gotta undo that. Because I don't think, says I can do another expedition after a quest. I don't think a support counts as a quest, so let's see that A rank.
This war is going on and on.
Oh.
Do you think we will ever have sight of the end?
You have a song and why did we? What's going on? Offer hope.
Yeah, I do. Maybe not today or tomorrow, but it's definitely out there on the horizon.
It literally could be tomorrow, but...
It will be good to be putting this war behind us. When the war is finished, what are you wishing to do?
Why you asking?
That's a pretty big question.
Yeah?
Then I will give more clarity. How will you be supporting yourself when your contract is completed?
Oh, is this about the mercenary thing again?
If you have the desire, you could come to Bridget with me.
You know, if I get a choice, I'm getting convinced that you can't... Wait, actually, I'm gonna have to reload another save anyways.
Wait, seriously? I thought you were just pulling my leg about that.
I would never be pulling your legs. Also, I am speaking with seriousness.
Yeah, I got that from the first thing you said.
After losing the war with the Empire, Bridget was forced into becoming a vassal state. But this war is giving Bridget the chance to stand on equal feet again. We will be opening our borders to Fodlan. The exchanges between us will flourish. I am needing a person I can trust to give me help with this.
I see.
Huh.
Please, accept my apologies if the offer was given with too much suddenness.
No, I understand.
No, it's not that. I was just taking a moment to admire you.
Yeah, we're gonna save that moment for posterity. Yep. Good man.
This war has been particularly ugly, and it seems like we're tearing each other apart on a daily basis. But people like you and Claude are already thinking about what comes next. How to plan for it.
Her and Claude, huh?
You're every bit the ruler they are.
Huh.
No, I am different. I am the Queen of Bridget. We are the proud Isles, placed upon the sea by the spirits, who are watching over us to this day. Our future has the brightness of the sun. I am hoping you will be at my side as we are shaping it.
Man, Crew 5 would have loved this. No.
Powerful words. And I'm happy you put that much stock in me. Honestly, it's a good fit. I've got nothing tying me down. No family, no titles, no property to speak of.
Though I do speak to Claude.
I am not asking for your answer in this moment. I know your sword is sold right now. But when this war is over, I hope the making of a decision is at the top of your to-be-doing list. That is why I am approaching you so early, because I am very, very sneaky.
Yes, I noticed that in your support with Claude. I was surprised.
Fair enough. I'll keep that in mind. And I don't blame you for trying to sneak ahead of the competition. Honestly, I'm kind of flattered. So, how about this? Let's both make it through this war unscathed and decide what comes next together.
Well, that was my last A rank, now that I think about it. Well, at least that I'll be doing. Huh. Well, that's a fitting A rank. Can I do it? Because I would love for them to... Darn it. Alright. Well, fine. I will reload the save. And then we'll see... Oh, I was gonna say something before I continue. I don't think there's... I don't think you can select anybody. I've been waiting on saying that, but yeah, just a thought of mine. Anyways, can I just skip ahead if I can? Then that means these answers don't matter.
This war is.
All right. Let's see how things change.
I will follow you anywhere you are choosing to go.
Yeah, that fits. Now I know what your plan is.
Your invitation gives me great joy.
Dadgummit, what are you going to say? Don't throw things out of whack. Though Shamir's was already, like, that was wild.
The air up here is strange.
Oh, so same thing here. Now we gotta get past this part.
Sometimes, a hunt will last for days. I have to be sleeping in trees or between rocks.
I remember this question. Oh, thank goodness.
Wonderful.
That helped me out.
I thought Fodlan's army would be highly disciplined.
What?
But instead, the rules are having much flexibility.
I don't remember this. I gotta get it right.
I have agreement.
Okay, good, good. I was a completely blind one.
Your hair changes color.
Nice.
Just like one of the legends of Bridget. This is a thing of much strangeness. I must be telling you.
There we go. All right. What changes?
Have caution. In Bridget, looking another in the eye and touching foreheads is a thing done for marriage.
I gotta get Kuru 5. I gotta get him. I gotta get him. Okay.
We must speak. No.
Hey, what the heck are you doing? Oh, you're fixing the tea. Okay.
My ornament is an official symbol of the Queen of Bridget. Does it give you enjoyment?
Yeah, it looks very nice, actually.
The marking on my arm is a prayer to the flame spirit. I am asking for victory, and the arrows I loose with this arm are never missing.
You don't say! Dadgummit, I still gotta remember. I will never forget. If it hits...
Fire meets water!
Why do you always crit when I don't want you to? But wait. Yeah, that's not enough. Nice. Lethality.
Not for myself, for everyone.
Good. Just in case they can come from there. Alright. Petra's now ready. She can handle the rest by herself. Basically the Black Eagle team in my Black Eagle route is right here. Alright. I shouldn't say that. But it was the same kind of thing with like units like Morgan or even Celica. But, alright.
Have caution.
Yep.
In Bridget, looking another in the eye and touching foreheads is a thing done for marriage.
Yeah, alright. I got the picture. Let's give a gift. There we go.
This is giving me great joy.
Although I didn't have to do that, this is gonna max her out anyways, but...
The hours are flying away when I am with you. I cannot wait for the next time.
Alright, nice. Our charm went up. I will be right back. Alright, I'm back, and it has been like, what, 5 days, maybe? I expected to come back, sooner. But in those 5 days, I just realized these will be my last supports. Most likely. Like, I'm still keeping the option of coming back to the game, you know, in the future, but there's a lot of stuff that's about to come out, or it already has come out, like Engage, for example, that I gotta get to. So, at least for, you know, the foreseeable future, this is gonna be it. I'm gonna be leaving the team for a little bit, so I'll make the most of this. Should we do Constance? Yeah, I'm doing Constance and Petra first, and then we'll end it with Happy and Bernie.
Constance, I think I am starting to have more understanding of you.
Oh, I haven't heard this song in a minute.
Both parts of you are the true you. The part that cannot be accepting is existing alongside the part that can.
Yes, I was just saying... Alright, since this is a little wrap-up, let me just say this. all three of my choices. All right, this game's only strengthened those choices. I include, yeah, I'll just, let me say this, I include Constance in there, like an honorary fourth member. Really, these two were competing. And it wasn't really fair, because Petra had a huge advantage of not being in the previous two routes, like every other character was. Well, most other characters were. Anyways, point is, that line is what I was saying earlier, and yeah, I agree.
These two are always fighting inside you. It is very difficult. I would venture to say that you have described me most aptly.
So you're aware of that?
There is still much about myself I have yet to understand, but the idea that the two parts of me exist in a state of conflict is most intriguing.
It is, Constance.
Before, you were telling me there was no point in having conflict over the past. You were letting go of the past to be living in the present. Your words were touching my heart. Yes, I do suppose I may have said something to that effect. How mortifying. But then you fled before I could be responding.
Very true.
That was showing me that you have difficult feelings for me after all. This is also one part of you battling with the other, I think.
Yeah, I think I'm certainly no stranger to having conflicting ideas in my head at the same time. Wait, 1 second. Okay, I'm just making sure I'm recording.
It is entirely possible that such is the case. As I could never hide the truth from you, I must admit I found you somewhat intimidating.
I thought it just crossed my mind. We're gonna continue.
Despite my springing the topic on you without warning, you stood strong and listened, and were even gracious enough to discuss it afterward.
Yes, that's the type of qualities, you know, that I'm looking for.
You dazzled me, and I do not respond well to dazzling. I am weak and pathetic as I am now.
You don't respond well to dazzling. That is very interesting to point out, but I think true when you're in this mode.
No, that is not weakness. It is balance.
Balance!
The weak part is existing, so the other part can be strong for you.
I wish I could somehow say like Petra's rank went up, but I just... My opinion is improving. More and more.
Are you not agreeing? Why ever would you think that? Because I am the same. I am also having a weak part.
Okay, you're not exactly the same, but do tell. Because I have noticed, well, Petra seems kind most of the time, but I know that, you know, that just can't be the case.
Like you. I am always pretending that the past is not bothering to me.
Yes.
But my father is dead, as are many of my people. This gives me great sorrow, and I am unable to be accepting. The weak part of me is winning.
I might discuss that after we're done here.
Why is it that I am still living, when so many others had to be dying?
Survivors, you know? Heck, I never even... That's what I'm saying! Petra does a very good job of hiding that particular part. I only saw it once, and that was in our support, I think. Well, I can't say it. It popped up in little bits, but I still felt some other supports were getting a guard at Petra.
That is a thought that I ponder often myself. For what purpose am I even here?
Huh. Now that's that's it means more coming from someone like Constance.
Why is it that I am the only one left to suffer? Is there anything left for me to live for?
But I would absolutely say so. You've been a big help.
All I feel is the pain of the people I have lost. But I know now that someone like you, a person as dazzling as the other part of me, also shares that same pain. Of course. May I be so bold as to ask what it is that gives you solace?
And that's a question.
My brother and sister back home.
What?
They're still very small, but thinking of them always provides me with strength.
Now hold on. Stop the presses. I never knew this. Did I miss a support or something? No, that's impossible. I got every single one of Petra's support. I'm pretty sure. Even the ending. I never knew you had siblings.
If I am not able to be claiming the throne, they are likely to be killed.
You know, game, that's another thing that I say it should have been in the original game. That makes a lot more sense.
Bridget expects me to be a strong queen, a warrior. Only I can be improving our relations with Fodlan. I must be rising to the challenge. Where are you finding your solace? I take peace in the dream the other part of me still believes in. The dream that one day, House Nouvelle will be restored to its former glory. As unlikely as this seems, I find I am unable to discard it entirely.
Well, yeah, that makes sense. It's kind of hard to, you know, especially if it's a generation kind of thing, and you're the last one.
Then let us both be taking heart. We will be living, and we will be fighting. We are sharing a past of sorrow. But together, we can be overcoming it, and walking on towards tomorrow. You have my deepest thanks, Petra.
Constance, you cannot do that.
Alone, I may never have found the courage I need. But with you beside me, there is hope.
I like that smile, though. Huh. Why do I feel like I should have ended with that one? But I couldn't. I had to save one final moment happy. But to speak on a couple of things that conversation talked about. Actually thinking about it, I probably have said what I wanted to. It summarized my thoughts on Constance, and now I think about it, a good last support for the two of them. My last Petra support and my last Constance support. I learned new things about both of them. And what can I say? That was something truly special. Though I do want to just reiterate something, all right? I've said before that I have my choices, but that does not include my golden deers. Just to stress this one more time, they were all in my protection category. I couldn't let anything happen to them. So by default, that kind of made it hard to look at them as anything else. Doesn't tell you, you know, my rankings. In fact, like I keep saying, I can't rank them. Just don't. It's like, if you had children, would you rank them? No. Well, ideally you wouldn't. I wouldn't know, you know, but that would be the ideal, and I can't rank them. So, anyways.
You must speak.
That was nice, and surely worthy of being an ending support, but that is not. We have one more. Did I start this one? Yes, I did. What did Happy and Bernie talk about last time? Don't know, but we shall see. This is our last support. Happy and Bernie. What kind of fruit is that?
I had no idea these grew outside the village.
I haven't seen Happy in a minute. All right, anyways.
Oh, hi, Happy. Got some fruit there?
Yep. I used to eat them all the time when I was a kid. Care for some?
Huh? Oh, thanks. I'll just have one.
It's blue. I tried, all right? I'll admit it.
Oh, wow. It's sour, but also sweet.
I wonder if that's intentional.
They're my favorite.
Oh, really?
With all the edible plant life around here, you never need to worry about being hungry.
Well, I suppose I've seen edible plants around, but are there really all that many? Sheesh, I need to get out more. I didn't even notice.
There's a line I never thought I'd hear Bernie say.
But you must have noticed. You raised them.
Oh!
Like the carnivorous one I saw earlier?
But I don't eat my carnivorous plants.
I'm sorry. Did we or did we not have a long conversation about how delicious they are?
Right, I was questioning what you thought about... Yeah. Wait, what? So where did that... Hold on, where did that come from? What type of plant? I mean, of course...
In fact, I was just thinking that the jug-shaped one would be divine if we stuffed it with grains and...
What? Wait, what did it normally eat?
Bernie bee?
Bernie bee. Huh?
Oh, I'm sorry. I was just imagining you eating my adorable little carnivorous plants.
Which I have done. A lot, actually.
Wow!
Haven't you?
Of course not! Why would I eat my plant babies?
Yeah, that's kind of savage. I'm not complaining at all.
Because they're delicious.
I mentioned something in another series that I like appetites. Anyways.
Okay, that's it. I'm going to cook you up a carnivorous plant feast right now. Come on.
Wait, no! I haven't said yes to this!
Here you go. Dig in.
You're actually in the kitchen. Mean nothing by it, but still gonna do this.
This is the one with the leaves that act like a mouth. But instead of bugs, I stuffed it with grilled meat.
Okay, all right. I just needed to know that. Did you? If you cleaned it, you know, and everything. And all right, we can. So that's a Venus flytrap.
Oh no, poor little guy. But it would be an insult to its little plant spirit if I just threw it out. So.
Yes, eat, Bernie.
What?
Well, do you like it? It's my favorite, so I hope it ends up being your favorite too. Bernie bee? Was it so delicious you passed out?
Oh no, that's not a good start. Oh no, that's not a good start!
Okay, come on. Stop kidding around. Hello? I can see you drooling, Bernie bee.
That's it! That's it? That's all I get? Alright. Fine. So that is the end of our support. Very well. Alright then. I guess that's it. Oh, and in the time that I've been, my finger has gotten a lot better, which is perfect. So this is it then. Once we do this, we're done. I like to say some final words, but I think it's best done at the beginning of next episode. But I will say this. Let's go back to camp real quick. These supports that we've gotten, all right, I have absolutely loved. Absolutely loved. You know, there are so many sequel games or spin-off games that I've played, I'm pretty sure other people have played. You know, they can really mess up, well, some stuff. But when it comes to these supports, they have truly improved upon the characters that I knew and cared about. Of course, the highlights to me have to be Holst. Just getting to know this man more was a fantastic treat. Then, of course, many of the ones in the Golden Deer, as well as adding the Ashen Wolves into them as well. Because, well, to be frank, the other 3 Ashen Wolves besides Balthus, they were allowed to speak to the other houses. You know, they were spread between the Blue Lions and Black Eagles, which made it convenient for my playthrough, you know, besides Balthus, but also made me wish, you know, could they have some conversations as well, especially since I thought, based on, you know, Yuri in particular, like, should have been there. What others should have been a thing? I can't think off the top of my head right now. Seeing the top two, like, so many supports seemed like I was in the writing room myself, right? And I said, hey, I'm gonna be biased as heck, but I want this to be a support. But the great thing about it is that I didn't write it. I had no input at all. I had no impact on this game. So when I get to see it, you know, the developers, they agree. Well, you know, some part of them thought that that should happen. And I couldn't be more pleased. As well as how they did the tea time, so to speak. As also the chore masters, the cooking. I also really like this environment as well. It's a nice change from Garrick Mach, although it still kind of has a type of feel, but it's more camp vibes, you know? A more realistic take on how a camp would be out here. Then you get to see it upgrade as well. So, oh, and you got to see, you know, supports like with Gerald and Byleth, which is why, if you notice, I didn't say I excluded the other members that we have here. I just didn't know if I wanted their supports with Great, because I feel like doing those supports is more of a... It's more of the route supports, you know? The other supports that we got, Cross House, still gave me insights on the characters that I know. But I want the supports that I got to be more personalized. Petra with an exception because of the obvious, you know, like I said before, she was gone. And she was a choice. Yes, I was biased in that. I was. Anyways, with that being said, it's time to ask the last question of the day. Well, perhaps, because normally I ask how people felt about a game at the end of a game, and I might still ask that, but like I said, I got a whole video on my thoughts about it, so it might seem a bit redundant if I ask that. But at the very least, I want to know, what did you all think about the supports in this game? And if you can remember, what were your favorites? It doesn't have to be one that can just happen in this route. It can also be a support from other two routes. And I will say one thing that I was... I know this happens. I am aware of... How should I put this? Something involving Happy and two other people in another route, in case people wanted to try to hint that does exist. I'm aware, and I am very curious on what those three individuals had to talk about. And I'm also aware that, you know, I don't... Clearly, this isn't all supports. There are other supports in other routes, but I'm basically just saying, don't feel afraid on saying that there is a certain support. If anything, it might get me to really make sure that I come back. Although I will say I cannot promise it. There's so many things on the horizon right now that I'm not sure how feasible it would be to come back unless I start streaming. If I can start streaming, which I'm making some moves, all right? I've almost got all the equipment that I need, but we'll have to play it by ear, all right? It won't be for a while because I will want to focus on the videos that are coming out, and there's 3 games in the future that I'm like, I want to put on this channel. So, yeah. I'll keep you all updated on that, but for now, please post your thoughts down in the comments below, and I will see you all for what I guess is the finale of this game next time.